So it's Saturday today, first Saturday of August. We're having warm weather in Namibia. It's starting to get better, but a lot of dust. So let me get into it, why I'm making this video today. You know, Monday or during the week, there was a talk show on radio, on one of the radio stations here in Namibia called Radio Energy. People were talking of the former Minister of Education, Ms. Katrina Hanse Marwa, who resigned as a Minister of Education and was found guilty of corruption and was made to pay, and is actually paying a fine for it. So now a story came out that the Prosecutor General has been investigating a case whereby she has been accused of using her power in the public office that she was serving. She was a governor before, where she abused the power to get her son a resettlement farm. And now, you know, you had the general public call in. Some people were giving opinions such as, look, you know, resettlement farms, or which are government-owned farms, state-owned farms here in this country, shouldn't be given to young people, and it should be reserved for elder citizens of this country, war veterans, grandparents, etc., etc. So, being a young person in agriculture, of course, I called in and I gave my opinion on it. I said, look, I've been listening to what people are saying. People are calling in and giving their opinion. What they are saying is extremely worrying and extremely dangerous for me as a person in farming. For people to think because of my age, I'm not allowed to obtain a farm, or I cannot farm because I'm still too young, that is actually very dangerous, because there are a lot of things that are afoot here, that are actually playing into this. You're looking at things such as food security of a country. You know, I'm not trying to say that the elder citizens can't farm. They can farm, but we all know that the older you start getting, the less productive you become as an individual. So to come and say that young people shouldn't obtain government buy farms, or whether they're obtaining government-owned farms, is really wrong. You know, we should be encouraging more young people to get involved in agriculture, the same way as the technical world has encouraged more young people to get involved in IT. You know, we are having young people coming up with everyday great inventions. Look at one of the greatest ones, which was the invention of Facebook, which was Mark Zuckerberg, a young gentleman who created that, and today he's a billionaire out of it. I mean, he's one of the wealthiest men on earth. So, and the IT world is enjoying this, having young people coming in who are not scared, who come in with their youthful energy and time and passion. They're literally carving and shaping the world of tomorrow. So what will a farm of tomorrow look like if we are actually barring young people from getting involved? I called in and I said, look, the president of this republic, which is Namibia, has made calls that more young people need to get involved in agriculture. So too has the minister himself. We need more young people to get involved in agriculture. We can't have an average age of people receiving state-owned farms, which, by the way, have been given 9-year or 90-year lease of the farm. This is a person who's already in his late 60s. He might never live through to see 90 years or even reach half of that. We need to get more young people involved. And I said, we need to get more young people involved because, look, a farm is like a long-term goal. It's not really a sprint, it's more a marathon. You need to get a guy who's maybe average age, if he's 20 or 19, get him in there so he can start farming. And if he has the skill, the know-how, he has the skills, the know-how, and the knowledge on farming and the passion, let him farm. Why should we bar him from obtaining a state-owned farm because of his age? That is not fair. As I said, we need to think of the farm. I said, look, we need to think of the farms of tomorrow. And the farms of tomorrow are going to be run and managed by young people. The elder people who are receiving the farms today, who are, forgive me, but I said this, who are near their sell-by date, you know, some of them have 1 foot in the grave already. What are they going to go do on these farms? Sit there, wait for the Grim Reaper to come collect them? And we should be preventing productive young men and women who still have the time, the energy, and the passion to run around and be productive on a farm. Why should we block the most productive groups of the population, which are young people? We should be getting them involved and encouraging them to get involved. Then the radio DJ asked me, then what should we do with the elder people? I said, look, keep the criteria as it is, but I'm saying make it 50-50. For every 10 farms that come out, try and settle the age gap properly. If you're going to resettle a man who's, let's say, 49 or even 59 years old, try and resettle a young man or woman there who's about 16, not 16, sorry, who's about 18, or let's not even say 18, let's say about 19 there, to just balance out the age gap. Because as I said, the IT companies, Microsoft, Huawei, Dell, HP are investing in young minds right now. The agricultural companies also need to start investing in young people right now to develop and build the farm of tomorrow. Because the farm of tomorrow is going to be a much more technological farm. And most of the time, these technological inventions, it's mostly young people that have the time to sit down and read an owner's manual on how to run a tractor that uses Bluetooth connection. They are the ones who figure this out. The elder people, most of them, I'm not trying to say they can't, but most of them are, as I said, they're elder and they don't anymore have time for these things. So this is why I say that. I've said this in my previous video of get the youth involved. I'm saying it right now. We should change the criteria. There is nothing wrong with a young 19-year-old man or woman obtaining a farm if he or she has the knowledge, has the passion, has, of course, the finances, and has the support to run it productively. Let him get it. Let's not run this thing of being age-biased, of saying you're still too young, you don't know anything of farming. You know, this is why I'm looking forward to the Youth Agricultural Forum on the 16th of August, this coming Friday. Where I will be, I'll be there. I'll also be hoping to be there to give my opinion on agriculture in this country. And I'm really hoping that they invite young people to come and speak about agriculture and not invite elder citizens of this country, because that is the problem. Agriculture is still looked at as a business for old people, old retired senior citizens of this country, and not young people. And we need to change that, because if we really want to reach a day where our country can limit the importing of food and vegetables, of food stuff, such as meat, vegetables, and fruits, we need to get more young people involved in farming. We need to give them the right support, of course. We need to give them the right training to understand agriculture so they can contribute to the food security of this country. Those are my 2 cents on this. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. And I'm looking forward to hear from your comments in the comment section.